Good morning, this is Elpus Creations 2021. This is my Shaman Oracle reading for this week. Today I'm finishing up reading for Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. And this reading here is for Pisces. Welcome Pisces. We have two cards from the Moon and Stars Tarot deck. Card number 1 is the 8 of Cups. It's about beginnings, courage, and reflection. And the meaning of the card is introspection. The card signifies change. You need to adjust your understanding of how things are now. So let go and walk away. A situation or a relationship cannot continue as it is, or it will break or end. Self-discovery will be achieved by walking away. Self-discovery will be achieved by walking away as a new start is coming. And as you shut one door, another one will open. You know that the dilemma you are in and you are trying to resolve it. And so an additional meaning of the card is also some travel. There is a star message. There is a need for change and for new beginnings which are coming. Card number 2 is the Page of Pentacles. It is about education, flourishing, and creativity, and the meaning of the card is prospects. This page is a grounded individual and is driven by knowledge. Being extremely practical, this page follows the facts they have been given for the future. There could be a new opportunity to prosper within your career, a creative project, relationships, and or finances. So look at what you have around you and be resourceful and chase your goals and pursue your assets. Spend time and money wisely and do not live above your means. You will be learning something new that will bring you abundance. There is a moon message. Be realistic and open to what you wish to achieve. The good tarot card is the 6 of Air. It is about a rite of passage, a necessary change in thinking to gain greater wisdom. See this? However turbulent the waters at the moment, I trust that if I create some calm within, then my outer conditions will soon be calm as well. I am conditioned to expect troubles ahead, but I have shifted my awareness and I know that I can choose to believe that stepping into the unknown will bring me to what I truly desire. I am in a transition to something better. The Nature's Whispers card is Love Matters. The way you handle things is important right now. There will always be many challenges and life lessons, as that is a part of this experience. So choose to learn from your encounters and get your heart ready to receive and allow for the various emotions that you may be feeling. Consider what makes you happy. It is time for you to allow yourself a day of enjoyment. Love who you are and be willing to give and to receive love unconditionally. The path of light card is beyond pleasure. And this card starts with the verse saying you should enjoy the material world and all it has to offer, while ensuring that through moderation you do not become habituated or reliant upon it, for such things can only provide momentary satisfaction. Remember that the only thing that can provide lasting fulfillment and nourishment is the communion with the soul. The fact is that everything in the material universe is transient. All physical things go through the same process. They come into existence, they exist in a state of constant flux and change for a time until ultimately they cease to be. The Buddha referred to this as impermanence, and it is one of the primary doctrines of Buddhism. The Buddha taught that as the physical world is impermanent, it can never truly satisfy us, as it is destined to change. So the material world that we take in through our senses is so bright and so shiny, so novel, so alluring, and therefore so difficult to resist. The 21st century human beings, they suffer from chronic overstimulation. With the advent of the internet and smartphones, the humans now have access to a constant supply of information and entertainment. Anytime we are bored or restless for a split second, then we can pick up our phone, check something, and get a quick satisfaction. This has us coming back again and again, just as any addict does. So the more stimulated through the senses we are, though, the more stimulation we need to feel good. Eventually, our baseline dopamine level becomes so high that no level of sensory bombardment can make us feel satisfied, and instead we feel anxious, we feel indifferent, and even depressed more frequently. The Gita does not teach that sensory pleasures and gratification are bad and should be avoided altogether. Life on this planet in the physical human form is an extraordinary opportunity for a unique experience, and so it should be enjoyed and appreciated. However, we should do so while remaining aware of the intoxicating and sticky quality of this sensory world. We need to remember always that it is easy to become lost in this web and even become addicted to it. So the guitar reminds us that while we are enjoying all the sensory world around us, we need to be ever mindful that we do not become habituated, addicted, and dependent upon it. For if this occurs, then we are no longer free. We are in bondage. We are a slave to our physical desires, and unending suffering is then happening. Anything done excessively can become a poison and a problem. Even things we would normally think are good for us. Moderation, then, is essential in life to make sure we do not find ourselves enslaved by our actions. Nothing to excess is an affirmation that is helpful to keep at the forefront of our mind. The Gita says at some point, when you have overcome desire for sense objects, attachment to results, and have renounced the will of the ego, then you will ascend to the state of union with self. Each of us must, through our own trials, come to realize that the external world, with all its material and sensory objects, can never provide what we really need. It can never provide true and lasting meaning and fulfillment. It can only provide temporary, fleeting gratification and relief, which ultimately turns into more suffering. So when we have walked down all our avenues, exhausted all the options, and found suffering lurking behind every pleasure, then we begin to look elsewhere, and we begin to look within and to find ourselves divine. When this day finally arrives, then we find the only thing that can fill the void within us, the only thing that can make us feel whole and fulfilled, the source of everlasting joy and peace, which is the self. So seek less the transient pleasures of this external world and discover all that you are looking for within yourself. And the Chakra Wisdom card that came out is the Abundance card. And the color is yellow. So it is relating to the third chakra. So it is the solar plexus chakra. And the abundance card relates to the gold coins, saying, I only seek to give you what you ask for. The legend here is that inside a magical treasure chest there are gold coins, and so the story is about the gold coins. One coin tells how a man foolishly dropped a coin down a drain and then cried instead of trying to get the coin out. And later, an enterprising little girl used a string and a chewing gum to fish the coin out. So the coin remembered now that this girl saved the coin along with many others, and eventually the coins, they bought a house. As all coins desire to be well spent, they agreed that the girl was indeed a wise person. The inspiration here is to think about your relationship with money. Are you the wise girl, or are you the foolhardily man? Money is naturally attracted toward appreciation and gratitude. There is a personal inquiry saying to be wary of using your financial situation as an excuse to avoid doing something. Are your thoughts and your actions regarding money empowering, or rather disempowering you? Key ideas are abundance through gratitude, releasing regret, and being good with money. The keywords, they are friendship, wisdom, and a windfall. You can do this meditation. Place some money before you and then pick it up. Have you thought about how many souls have touched that money before it came to you? Feel the energy. The value we derive from money is the exchange of money. So imagine this money transforming into your desire, and be aware of your improved relationship with money. Sorry, but I had to cough at the end, so I read the last sentence. Be aware of your improved relationship with money. And the last card is the Bob Ross Oracle card, and that one is the highlight. And it starts that light and dark, they are constantly battling for dominion. But in painting, sometimes just the tiniest bit of light will allow an object to stand out from its surroundings. Just think where the light would strike, Bob Ross would tell his viewers. Maybe there's just a little light singeing through, just enough to make this edge shine a little bit, just a tiny bit. So the highlight allows us to focus our attention on what the painter thinks is important. Let the highlight guide you to focus your energy on what is most important in your life. That was the reading for you, Pisces. I thank you for listening, wishing you a beautiful day today, and wishing you a rest of a wonderful week. I'm sending lots of love out to you. Take care and goodbye.